is, what's the classroom expectation? What's going to go on right there? So we're gonna do that. And then another thing, everybody said, hey, they want to know what the class is kind of about and how they're graded and things like that. So we'll go through that too, so you got an idea about it, okay? So now, I did this a few years ago, and there was a young man, a freshman. Who's a freshman? Okay. I hope I don't scare you. Because a few years ago I did this, and as soon as we got done, he ran to the counseling office. He was like, get me away from that mean man. And I was like, okay. Well, he went on to success, but he didn't hang around me. Well, like I said, I'm Mr. Dinslow, Mr. Keith Dinslow. Now, a lot of people call me Mr. D. So I'd like to work with you on that, if we could. Well, say it with me, Mr. D. Mr. D. Okay, that's good. And I'd like to do a call and response kind of thing with you here, just to help us kind of get started. So I'm going to say the line, and then you say it back to me. As simple as that. You ready? You can say yes to that. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Mr. D.
Mr. D.
Mr. D, Mr. D.
Mr. D, Mr. D.
He teaches humanities.
He teaches humanities.
Good. Now put it all together. Mr. D, Mr. D. He teaches humanities.
Mr. D, Mr. D. He teaches humanities.
That's good. And some of you are like, I'm too cool for school. I don't want to do this. Now, come on, get involved now. Life is easier when you're involved. Right? So, Mr. D, Mr. D.
Mr. D, Mr. D.
He teaches humanities.
He teaches humanities.
Acting to.
Acting
To be or not to be.
to be or not to be.
He teaches debate.
He teaches debate.
They just won state.
They just won state.
How many of you knew that? Most of you should know that. Most of you should know that. Mr. D, Mr. D.
Mr. D, Mr. D.
Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
What does that mean?
Talk to meet someone and greet them.
That's right. When you come in and say hello. Somebody says hello to you, say hello back. In our school we get this bad attitude sometimes about somebody says good morning. No, it's not! It's a greeting, not an evaluation. You say good morning back. You're wishing somebody a good morning. If you're having a crappy one, you go, good morning to you. So let's try it again. Mr. D, Mr. D. Meet and greet.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Mr. D, Mr. D.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Come to class early.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Come to class early.
Because if you're not early, you're late.
Because if you're not early, you're late.
Good. I'm getting it. So, Mr. D, take a seat.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Take a seat.
If it's broken, find another.
If it's broken, find another.
30-year-old seats here. You don't have to repeat this. 30-year-old seats. I know we were trying to get them replaced, but most of the time they break, we fix them, we sit on them again. A couple of you saw there were post-it notes on some of them that they're already broke this year. We try to fix every seat in this room every single year. But these are the original seats that were put into this space when the auditorium was built over 30 years ago. Okay? Eventually, we'll have enough money in our school that we'll replace them, and then you'll have something new to stick your butt on. Okay? In the meantime, you are sitting in a seat that 30 generations of people before you have sat before. There's a lot of butt dust in them. Ooh, don't beat on them. I said that one time, and the guy up there was like, really? Mr. D, take a seat.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Take a seat.
Mr. D, don't bring nothing to eat.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Don't bring nothing to eat.
Are you hungry? Oh, good. Who's hungry? Get up earlier.
Hey, I got up pretty early today.
Mr. D,
Mr. D, Mr. D.
dress neat.
Dress neat.
Mr. D, come to class ready.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Come to class ready.
Did you bring your own? No. Oh, I'll do it right now. Mr. D, come to class ready.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Come to class ready.
Mr. D, listen to them, listen to me.
Mr. D, Mr. D. Listen to them, listen to me.
Mr. D, take a hall pass to P.
Mr. D, take a hall pass to P.
Mr. D, use cell phones appropriately.
Mr. D, use cell phones appropriately.
You had it out earlier? I'm not dogging you, I really am not. So, I'm going to brag on you. This guy earlier today pulled out his cell phone and he was using it absolutely appropriately. He pulled it out and he started looking up something to write down on the form to hand me back. That was great. That was super. Right. Now, I'm not one of those teachers in the class that says you can never use cell phone because this is a computer. It really is. There's more technology in this little thing here than what we sent people to the moon with in the late 60s. So you guys are carrying around a personal computer, and that's a good thing. You should use it. So it's okay to research. It's okay to look things up. It's okay, all right? But at the same time, there's some things we should avoid, like personal texting. I'm at school, first hour. So am I. Oh, good. Okay. Personal to social texting kind of thing. Oh, here, I got my new video game. There'll be a time when I say play trivia crafting. That'll be okay then. Oh, and then there's always this kind of thing. Thank you, sir. I'm bragging on you. You did a good thing. Right? There's always this kind of thing. I'm going to put in my earbuds. I'm going to tune out the world. And then there's one last thing. Right? Oh, so-and-so's acting like an idiot. I'm going to take a picture of them. There'll be a time to take a picture. Probably not. You don't want that idiot picture on your phone.
I don't take pictures of people.
Mr. D, he wants to use cell phones appropriately.
Mr. D wants to use cell phones appropriately.
That's a life skill too. You walk into Walmart, what are they going to tell you to do with your cell phone?
Nothing.
They're going to tell you to put it away.
Walmart.
Oh, yeah?
I've never been to a
Okay. Mr. D!
Mr. D, Mr. D. I want that.
Use electronic devices
I'm going
appropriately.
to take a selfie.
Oh, really? Do it.
There you go. There we go.
Oh.
I'll get it. Hey,
Wait, move your thumb. Move your thumb.
how about that? I'll go this way. You guys need to repeat it with me. Mr. D, Mr. D?
Mr. D.
He's going to take a selfie. Yeah, I'll supply that to you later. Mr. D, Mr. D.
Mr. D.
Welcome to humanity.
Welcome to humanities.
Give yourself a hand. Now, I tried to do a little fun thing there so that we can learn the basic kind of things, right? What's expected. Come to school, do these things, don't do this thing, stay out of trouble kind of thing. Now, I'm not the only one going to give you a whole slew of rules because there is a student handbook around here. And of course, you are actually underneath the rules in the student handbook, even if you have not received it yet. Very shortly, your high school principals will come around to an English class and they will hand you a personal copy. If you're a junior or senior, they will have a mass meeting with you this year and tell you all of the dates when you have to spend money on things like class rings or school photos. And who's a senior? Have you had a panel photo done?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're not as far behind as I thought. So, but class rules are around, and most of the things that I ask you to do are the things that are in the handbook already. You done with that page?
No. I still have like 8 questions.
Oh well, too late. Time's up. Pass it that one on the road. Let's pick them up. Woo. Then we're going to answer a question.
She was trying to think. She was trying to think of everything.
Yeah, because I'm a genius.
I have
Always
06.
the one there.
I have 06.
I mentioned to you I went to teacher school, didn't I?
Yes.
At teacher school, they say you want to know some stuff, and they want to know what the expectations are. We did that. They said they want to know something about you as a teacher. Well, you already know what to call me, right? What do you call me? Oh, good. Hey, this is a smart group. It's successful. Well, I grew up in southeastern Oklahoma. Now, who thinks they're going to a small school?
Sort of.
Oh, that's still a large school. I'm sorry. I went to a school so small. There was 23 people in my graduating class. Only 5 of them was girls. It was hard to get a date during high school. 23 people in my high school graduating class. So when I hear people around here say, I'm in a small school, no, you're not. You think people know your business and are all over your case about things here? No, they're not. I went to a little small school called Stonewall, Oklahoma. In Stonewall, Oklahoma,